Imagine a future where the vast riches of space are within our grasp. Asteroid mining promises access to untold reserves of precious metals and rare elements, potentially revolutionizing industries on Earth. With resources like platinum, gold, and water locked inside these celestial bodies, humanity could reduce its reliance on terrestrial mining and spark a new era of technological advancement. This new gold rush isn't just about wealth, it's about transforming economies, expanding frontiers, and redefining what's possible for our civilization. The new gold rush. Why asteroid mining will reshape humanity's future. What if I told you there's a single asteroid floating in space right now that contains more platinum than has ever been mined on Earth, worth roughly $5.4 trillion? And it's just one of millions. Picture this. While Earth's governments squabble over the last drops of oil and remaining patches of rare earth minerals, a silent revolution is brewing 200 miles above our heads. The International Space Station passes over a treasure trove so vast it would make the California gold rush look like pocket change. We're talking about asteroid mining, and it's about to flip everything you know about resource scarcity on its head. The cosmic treasure chest. Let's start with some numbers that will make your head spin. The asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter contains more wealth than every economy on Earth combined, by several orders of magnitude. A single metallic asteroid, roughly the size of a football stadium, could contain more iron, nickel, and cobalt than humanity has extracted in its entire history. The asteroid 16 Psyche alone is estimated to contain $10,000 quadrillion worth of metals. That's a 1 followed by 19 zeros, more money than exists in any conceivable form. But here's where it gets really interesting. These aren't just random rocks floating in space. These asteroids are time capsules from the solar system's violent birth 4.6 billion years ago. Unlike Earth, where heavy metals sank to the core during our planet's molten youth, asteroids preserve these materials right on their surface. They're essentially pre-processed mining sites, gift-wrapped by cosmic forces and delivered to our cosmic doorstep. The players in the new space race. While most people were binge-watching Netflix during the pandemic, some very serious people were quietly reshaping the future of human civilization. Companies like Planetary Resources and Deep Space Industries may have stumbled, but they lit a fuse that's now burning brightly in the hands of new players. Enter the big guns. NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission successfully grabbed samples from asteroid Bennu and brought them home. Japan's Hayabusa 2 did the same with Ryugu. These weren't just scientific endeavors. They were proof-of-concept missions for the mining operations of tomorrow. Meanwhile, private companies like TransAstra and AstroForge are developing the actual hardware to make asteroid mining profitable within the next decade. But here's the kicker. The real players aren't the ones making headlines. While everyone watches SpaceX launch rockets, companies like Made in Space, now part of Redwire, are quietly perfecting 3D printing in zero gravity. Others are developing robotic swarms capable of autonomous mining operations. The pieces of this cosmic puzzle are clicking into place faster than most people realize. The technology that changes everything. The same technology that lets your Roomba navigate your living room is about to unlock trillions of dollars in space resources. The convergence of artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced propulsion systems has created a perfect storm for asteroid mining. Modern spacecraft can now autonomously navigate to near-Earth objects, NEOs, asteroids that pass relatively close to our planet. These missions no longer require constant human oversight. They can make decisions in real time, adapting to unexpected conditions millions of miles from Earth. The mining process itself is more elegant than you might imagine. Instead of sending up massive drilling equipment, companies are developing techniques that use focused sunlight or microwave beams to literally vaporize asteroid material. The resulting gases can then be processed into pure metals or stored as raw materials. Some approaches even use the asteroid's own material to build processing facilities on site, turning each asteroid into a self-contained industrial complex. But perhaps the most game-changing development is in situ resource utilization, using space materials to build more space infrastructure. Mine an asteroid for metals, use those metals to build bigger mining ships, rinse and repeat. It's a positive feedback loop that could exponentially expand human presence in space. The economics that don't add up until they do. Critics love to point out that launching anything to space costs thousands of dollars per kilogram, making asteroid mining economically absurd. They're absolutely right today. But they're missing the bigger picture entirely. The economics of asteroid mining don't depend on bringing materials back to Earth. That's the old way of thinking. The real gold mine is using those materials in space. Every satellite, space station, and future Mars colony needs raw materials. Currently, we launch everything from Earth at astronomical costs. But what if we could mine materials in space and build our space infrastructure right where we need it? Suddenly, the economics flip entirely. A kilogram of water in space is worth more than gold on Earth because it can be split into hydrogen and oxygen, rocket fuel. Iron becomes construction material for space habitats. Rare Earth elements become components for advanced electronics that don't need to survive the brutal forces of launch. The geopolitical earthquake. Here's where things get really spicy. Asteroid mining doesn't just change economics. It completely reshuffles the global power structure. Countries that have built their entire identities around natural resource extraction suddenly find themselves holding worthless cards. Saudi Arabia's oil reserves? Irrelevant when space-based solar power becomes cheaper than fossil fuels. China's monopoly on rare earth elements? Broken when a single metallic asteroid contains more rare earths than exist in all of Earth's crust. Russia's natural gas leverage? Gone when helium-3 from lunar mining makes fusion power practical. The first country or consortium to establish a sustainable asteroid mining operation doesn't just gain access to unlimited resources. They gain the power to make Earth-based resources economically irrelevant. It's the ultimate economic disruption, and it's coming faster than anyone in power wants to admit. The timeline. Nobody expects. The first commercially viable asteroid mining operation will begin within the next 7 years. Here's how we know. The convergence of factors is accelerating beyond all predictions. SpaceX has dropped launch costs by 90%. AI has reached the point where autonomous spacecraft can operate independently for years. 3D printing in space is no longer science fiction. It's happening right now on the International Space Station. Companies like Astroforge are planning their first commercial asteroid mining missions for 2025. NASA's Artemis program is building the infrastructure for sustained lunar operations, creating the stepping stones for deeper space mining ventures. Private companies are developing space tugs capable of capturing and moving entire asteroids into Earth orbit for processing. The first asteroid mining operations won't look like the massive industrial complexes of science fiction. They'll be small, highly automated affairs, robotic swarms that can process a few tons of material and prove the concept. But once that proof is established, the scaling will be exponential. The future that's already here. The asteroid mining revolution isn't coming. It's already begun. While we debate politics and worry about terrestrial problems, a new chapter of human civilization is being written in the vacuum of space. The question isn't whether asteroid mining will happen, but which nations and companies will control the unimaginable wealth it represents. In 10 years, we'll look back at this moment as the inflection point when humanity stopped being a single-planet species dependent on finite resources and became something far more ambitious. The cosmic gold rush has begun, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The future belongs to those bold enough to reach for it. Literally. The universe has been waiting 4.6 billion years to share its treasures. We're finally ready to accept the invitation.